Hello, my name is Alex and welcome to my March deck of panning update. Sorry it's a little bit late. I was on holiday. We got back on Friday and I was planning on filming over the weekend, but the jet lag was jet lagging and it just ended up not happening. So I'm really sorry that I missed 2 uploads slots in a row, but I'm back now and better than ever with some updates. If you're here, you probably know what deck of panning project pan is, but I will just quickly go over it for you. So this is a project created by Emily and Max here on YouTube, and it is based around a deck of cards, and the idea is that each card is associated with a prompt on a game board that Emily shuffles every month, and you choose a card and then choose a makeup item to pan based on the prompt associated with the card on the game board that Emily creates. Before we get into it anymore, I also just want to apologise if you can hear loads of traffic noise in the background of this video. I normally film my videos a little bit earlier in the day, but I'm filming it literally like rush hour at the minute, so there's a little bit of noise happening, so there's nothing I can do about that. This is not a sophisticated setup, so it's just me and my phone, so I'm sorry if you're getting a little bit of background noise there, but there's not much I can do about it. Now that all the housekeeping is done, we can get on to talking about the projects that we were trying to pan this month, which was March, but is now April. Sorry if I just keep looking down to the side as well, it's just that's where my little notes are. So we drew the Queen of Spades, which is what we rolled amethyst in for oldest, and this is probably one of my oldest lipsticks in my collection because I can't quite find a new shade that is as good as this shade. So my goal on this was to use it 10 times just to keep that usage up on it, because it is such an excellent colour and I really think that it suits me, but it's just so not every day that I end up like holding on to this lipstick forever and ever and ever and ever, but never actually using it, even though it's excellent. So the plan was to just use it 10 times and then roll it out. So I managed to use it 3 times in the last month, bringing me to 5 uses in total in this project, which I'm pretty happy with. Just a couple of uses every month, and that's all I really ever need from this lipstick. So I think it's just getting myself into the habit of using this fantastic colour a couple of times every month. I'm happy that maybe it'll take another couple of months for me to get to the 10 uses goal on this, but that's fine because I can't expect myself to be wearing this guy every day, as stunning as the shade is. So that one is staying in. The next product that we've had from the very beginning is my NYX Smooth Whip in the shade Kitty Belly, and this was drawn with the 9 of spades at the time, which was letter, so I had to randomly generate a letter, and the letter that I randomly generated was K. So I picked a product that began with the letter K. This is called Kitty Belly. The longer I've had this in the project, the more and more I've fallen in love with it, honestly. So to start with, I was like, whoa, what have I done? But now I'm like, yes, what have I done? So there's Kitty Belly, the pink. And on my hand, it looks like a terracotta-y kind of shade. On my lips, it's more of like a bright coral. It is actually a nice coral pink, which is actually not that much of my vibe, but it actually has really become my vibe. I've really been enjoying this. And I have like an elf lip oil, I can't remember the shade, but it's sort of like a brown shade lip oil, and I wear that over the top of this just to like tone down the pink a little tiny bit, neutralize it a little tiny bit, literally the tiniest bit, and that's how I've really been enjoying wearing this. The goal was to use this 50 times because it was brand new in my collection. I think I'd probably worn it once and I wanted to get some use on it, and I'm still, even though 50 is like a huge number in terms of makeup usage, I'm really glad that I've put that high number on it. We have 23 uses on this product now, so we're nearly halfway there. Last month I used it 7 times, but this month I used it a whopping 16 times. So that's almost every time that I've done my makeup, and you can tell that I've started to kind of fall in love with this shade. And I do think it's like more spring and summer appropriate than it was winter appropriate, so maybe that's why I'm finding it a lot easier to incorporate. My next one is my California blush by Benefit, and they don't make this anymore, so that tells you how old this is as well. So it really is time that I use it up and get it out of my collection. I used it 26 times total in the project. I used it 11 times last month, and I used it 15 times this month. So using it kind of every time that I'm doing my makeup, but not every single time, because I've got so many lovely blushes. I don't want to just burn out on this one. So we've just got this little top bit up here left. I forgot to take photos, but if I can insert stills of old videos of how it was looking, just so you can see the progress on that. I've sort of tried to wear away a corner each month. I don't think I've been successful this month. I literally can't remember what it looked like. I think it kind of just looked like this last time. Anyway, a little bit of steady progress on there. I reckon 2 or 3 months on that maybe. It's just literally the tiniest amount, but the tiniest amount when it comes to blush is actually a huge amount still. 2 or 3 more months on that one and we'll probably get it out. Last month we rolled in Trophy Wife by Fenty Beauty, and that was rolled in for the Prompt Glittery, and this is the most PC glittery highlighter. However, I have really enjoyed using it. I thought it looked stunning in Jamaica. It was a chopping block item, and realistically, so that's it swatched out for you, sorry. The goal was to use it 20 times and I've used it 14 times this month, so just another 6 uses and then I'll be rolling this out. It was meant to be a chopping block item, but I think I probably will keep it, but maybe now that I'm back in the UK and I haven't got holiday brain, I might be able to be a little bit more realistic about it and decide whether or not it's staying or not, because like it is great, but I just find that it's like a little bit PC and glittery for me, and then the green undertones of the gold, it does work right now because I have a tan, but I really don't think it works in the winter. Maybe it could be a summer highlighter, but then there's just other highlighters that I have that I like more. It's a tough one. So it's staying in for another 6 uses, but hopefully next month this will be rolling out. Final product was my Jolie Beauty Air Matte Lipstick in the shade Mocha. And I did notice afterwards that there is a tile on the game board for Mocha Mousse, which was the Pantone colour of the year last year. And this would have just been like the perfect roll in had I got that, but I didn't. And maybe I can roll it back in if I got that, which I think tells you that though this was on the chopping block at the time, it is going to be staying. So I did put a tiny usage goal on this. I put 5 usages on this because I really didn't think that I liked it, but I actually really enjoyed using this shade. I can't remember if I swatched it for you last time, so there it is. And I just thought at the time that the shade was a little bit too close to my skin tone, and now that I've got a tan, that again now might be true, but it does oxidise a little bit on my lips, and once it's oxidised and gone a little bit darker, it is actually like the perfect sort of brownie nude instead of a pinky nude. And again, going over it with like a slightly tinted lip oil just to bring out a little bit more of like depth in it really has worked as well. So I did just have a 5 usage goal on this and I smashed that out of the park. I did that easily. I was really enjoying this, and this lipstick is also staying in my collection. So just drawing 1 card this time. So I still haven't managed to get a new deck of cards that has a Joker in, and I think I said that I was using the Jack of Spades in place of the Joker. Am I realistically going to buy another deck of cards? No. Let's just say for the rest of this project, the Jack of Spades is the Joker. So we're just drawing 1 card this time. Oh God. There we go. 1 more. And then we'll split the deck and I'll just take the one off the top. So no cheating, no avoiding the Joker. Let's see what we've got. And we've got the 3 of Spades. 3 of Spades means impulse, so that means an impulse purchase. So I'm just going to go away and have a little quick look in my collection. I'm back, and the product that I've chosen for impulse purchase was my Cloud Paint by Glossier. This is in the shade Coast, so it's more of so at the time I thought that it was like a brown blush, which I suppose it could be, but it's actually cheek colour, so I guess that means that it's like it can be used as bronzer. And the reason this is an impulse purchase is because me and my partner were literally out and he was like, oh, let me just pop into TK Maxx, because he likes to look at the food section in TK Maxx. So I went and had a look at the makeup section in TK Maxx, and they had cloud paints in there, and they're not really something that I would have bought normally, because Glossier is that whole clean girl aesthetic type makeup, and my aesthetic is not clean girl, so they're not marketed to me, so I would never have bought anything from them normally. But I saw this there and a blush. I bought them both for, I think they were like $6.99, so a huge steal. I just couldn't turn down the opportunity, but was absolutely an impulse purchase. I was not planning to go out and buy a blush and contour that day. So here it is. It's got being rolled into the project, and I think we're going to go with the go big or go home policy on this one, and we're going to go for the big fat 50 uses on this one. I also I can't believe that this is, I get that it's literally like paint that you would buy from a paint shop, from like an art shop, sorry. But I'm not painting with it. I'm trying to do my makeup, so I can't believe there's no applicator on this. Literally just like a mid-brown and a really good bronzing shade for me. So thank you so much for watching. Please consider liking, commenting or subscribing if the urge takes you, and I hope you have a wonderful April, and I will see you at the end of the month for our next deck of panning update, which will only be 3 weeks, but the jet lag got me. But thank you so much for watching. Take care. Goodbye.